Looking to move to Montverde in 2022? Well, in this video, I talk about the pros and cons of moving to and living in Montverde. Let's have a look. Let's go. Hello and welcome to Orlando Living with Dee, and if this is your first time, make sure to like and subscribe our channel. Show us some love because we bring you community videos like the one today every single week. Now guys, if you are looking to move to Montverde, I'm going to discuss the pros and cons, but before I get into it, I do want you to know that, pros and cons are not necessarily bad or good. It really depends upon you and your lifestyle, and I almost say that in every one of my pro and con video because I don't want you to take this and think, oh my God, because a pro to me could be a con. So let's talk about the very first pro of living in Montverde, and that would be Montverde is a very small town. Everything is kind of spread out. It's a very small town on the shores of Lake Apopka, and if you like to live in a place where almost everybody knows everybody, then this is a place. Now let's talk about pro number 2. So the next pro of living in Montverde is definitely to do with the land. So if you want to have a house that has a decent sized land, then Montverde definitely does that for you because your land parcels are a little bit bigger when you compare that to living in a major metropolitan city such as Orlando or Kissimmee or Celebration. You just get a bigger parcel of land, and if that is what you like to do, then Montverde could actually be good for you. Now let's talk about the next pro. So now let's talk about the last pro of living in Montverde, and it has to be Montverde Academy, which was established in 1912. It's a very prestigious school. People from all over the world send their kids to study in this great school. Now that the pros are done, let's talk about the cons of living in Montverde. So let's talk about the cons of living in Montverde. The biggest con of living in Montverde is that it's a very small town. It's located right next to Claremont. If you are into nightlife, entertainment, there's not much going on here. So for that, you may have to go to downtown Orlando, Kissimmee, Celebration, or even Claremont for that matter. There's not much going on in Montverde as such. Now let's talk about the next con of living in Montverde. So the next con of living in Montverde is the school, shopping, and dining. Like I mentioned in my pro, there's not much over here in terms of school. The only place that they have is the Montverde Academy, which is a private academy. So if you have kids that go to school, then the best bet would be for them to go to the school in the neighboring community of Mineola, and that's where they have the schools that your kids could go to. In terms of shopping and dining, it's a very small town, so for that you may have to go to the neighboring town Claremont, which by the way is absolutely exploding. So now let's talk about the final con of living in Montverde. So the last con of living in Montverde is the traffic. There's only one major road that kind of goes in and out of Montverde, and especially the traffic in the morning and at the peak hours in the evening or late afternoon gets pretty bad. However, they are actually building a major road to connect to 50, which is the major artery that runs throughout, but that's pretty much it. So Montverde overall is a great community if you want privacy, if you want to be in a town where you almost know everybody. It's a very small town. It's a great place. It's more close to nature than anything else. Now guys, please understand that these pros and cons are just my take on it. There's no right or there's no wrong. What really matters is what works for you and your family, the lifestyle that you want to have. Now, if you haven't watched my video on other communities, make sure to check out the community link, because that's where I have all different communities throughout Central Florida and Tampa area where you can look at it. And when I do all these pros and cons, I just give you my take. And if you are looking to build a brand new home anywhere in Central Florida, Tampa area, make sure to check out Orlando Home Show. That's where I bring you brand new model homes throughout Central Florida and Tampa areas. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now.